Hello, my name is Haley,
And I'm Emily.
and we work for the Pennsylvania Game Commission, which is our state's wildlife agency responsible for managing the birds and mammals of Pennsylvania. And today we are here at Middle Creek Wildlife Management Area.
And today we'll be taking you virtually through our tour road here at Middle Creek. As you can see, we're starting off here at the Middle Creek Visitor Center. We are open from Tuesday to Saturday from 8 to 4 and then Sunday from 12 to 5. We are also closed on Mondays. We are also seasonally closed from Thanksgiving to January 31st.
Inside the Visitor Center, you can find several educational displays about wildlife. We also have a Conservation Heritage Museum, which goes through a history of the Game Commission and conservation.
Also outside the Visitor Center, we have a kiosk here full of brochures and pamphlets with information on Middle Creek. We also have hiking trail information and driving tour pamphlets, which has information about all the stops we'll be taking you through today. You can also head inside the Visitor Center where there will be a worker at the front desk ready to answer any questions that you may have.
All right, let's head to stop one.
At Stop 1, you can see we have a beautiful view of Middle Creek Lake, which is around 360 acres. This is a valuable site for many birds and likewise birders. You may notice the red goose nesting tub right in front and the mallard cylinder, which are both nesting structures put up by our staff to promote waterfowl nesting success. You may also notice the vegetation growing around the goose tub. Middle Creek Lake's water levels are actively managed and drawn down each year at the beginning of the growing season and are raised up again in early fall. The purpose of the drawdown is to expose mudflats with invertebrates for the shorebirds that are migrating in the middle of summer and to promote vegetation growth to serve as a food source for migrating waterfowl. Across from Middle Creek Lake is the Visitor Center Pond. During the spring and fall migrations, this is a great place to view mallards, black ducks, northern shovelers, and various other dabbling ducks.
Stop 2 of our tour road is Willow Point Trail. It is 0.4 miles down and back for a total of 0.8 miles. It is a very easy paved and flat trail. It gets very popular during mid-February to mid-March due to our snow goose migration because the trail takes you out to a great view of Middle Creek Lake.
Also at the Willow Point Trail parking lot, we have our Middle Creek Archery Range. This archery range is open to the public, open sunrise to sunset, and is free to use. You just need to bring your own equipment. You don't need a license or a permit either.
We're here at the start of the interior portion of our tour road. This part of the tour road is open from March 1st to September 30th.
The Pennsylvania Game Commission is a wildlife first agency, and so we close the tour road during this time period primarily to benefit waterfowl who are migrating during this time period and moving throughout the landscape, as well as amphibians and reptiles who are also utilizing this habitat and crossing through.
Many of these species are threatened and endangered as well, so we close the tour road to minimize human disturbance.
To the right is an American kestrel nesting box. Kestrels are the smallest falcon in Pennsylvania and are abundant in agricultural areas. Stop 3 is our observation point parking lot. It gives you a nice view of one of our propagation areas. Propagation areas are marked with signs and a single strand of wire. Entry is not permitted in these areas at any time. Propagation areas are undisturbed, which allows wildlife to nest, feed, and rest. Waterfowl and wading birds use the shallow dike. During spring and early summer, there are various songbirds that utilize the area. Grassland nesting birds require the undisturbed high grass fields to nest successfully. These fields are periodically treated with prescribed fire to support habitat rejuvenation. Further back past the gate, you can see a barn owl box. This box can be used as a nesting site for these owls whose numbers have been in decline. To the right of the gate is a bat box. A bat box is a man-made structure that mimics the space between the bark and trunk of the tree, which is a natural shelter for bats. Bat boxes are for maternity colonies, primarily female little brown and big brown bats and their young. All bats in Pennsylvania are insectivores, meaning they eat mainly insects such as mosquitoes.
stop 4, where you can see a nice view of the backside of Middle Creek Lake. There are also various dead trees and snags, which are great for bald eagle nests. Middle Creek is home to several bald eagles, as well as many other birds of prey. In 1980, there were only 2 bald eagle nests in all of Pennsylvania. This was due to the threat of DDT. Once a ban was put on DDT, bald eagle populations began to improve. This was helped with the Game Commission reintroducing 88 eaglets into the state, and now there are over 300 bald eagle nests in Pennsylvania.
Also, if you look behind us at the habitat, we have a field of forbs here. And this is great for a variety of songbird species, and especially goldfinches. There are also multiple marshes and swampy areas patched in through this field, which is also great for a variety of warblers.
One of the prominent plants you can see here behind us is called goldenrod, and it is this yellow one here.
Another common species that you may see along the tour road is milkweed, and milkweed is a very important species for the monarch butterfly, which is endangered. This is because the monarch larvae will only feed on this type of plant.
You may notice in this area that some of the trees have been cut down. Cutting trees is a habitat management tool. Trees are strategically cut to increase vegetation in the understory to help diversify habitat for wildlife that flourish in different types of forest succession. Stop 5 is the White Oak Picnic Area, which is one of 3 designated picnic areas at Middle Creek. It gets its name after the huge white oak near the entrance. This tree is at least 200 years old. This parking lot is across the road from our Millstone hiking trail. Millstone Trail is one of Middle Creek's steep and lengthy trails. It passes by a millstone quarry and has a vista. It connects to the Horseshoe Trail at the top. This parking lot also provides access to our Deer Path Trail. This trail is one of our easier trails and is 0.3 miles. The Deer Path Trail runs between the wet woodlands of the Red Rock Picnic Area and the White Oak Picnic Area.
at stop number 6, which is the Red Rock Picnic Area, which is a great space to relax and view wildlife.
This spot also gives you access to the boat launch, which we will take you to next.
This is the boat access area, where fishing is permitted year-round along the shorelines. We also allow ice fishing.
Non-motorized boating is also permitted in this area from May 16th to September 30th. 40 acres of the lake is allotted for this non-motorized boating. There are buoys running through the center of the lake and along the dam structure that mark off the boundaries of this boating area.
The reason the lake is closed at certain times of the year are due to safety during colder weather months and also to help limit human disturbance on wildlife during migration periods.
Stop 7 is the main dam structure. The dam was constructed in the early 1970s and is how the impoundment was created. Middle Creek was originally built for waterfowl but provides habitat for a multitude of wildlife species. The lake attracts waterfowl that prefer shallow water. Some other birds you may see at the dam include herons, egrets, and kingfishers.
We hope you enjoyed joining us virtually on our tour road. Be sure to pick up a driving tour brochure from the kiosk when you visit on your own.
Thank you for watching.